Welcome to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast, your guide in the race to financial freedom through real estate investing and sound financial practices. This podcast is for anyone interested in learning more about real estate investing, personal finances, and a new take on traditional retirement. Now, here are your hosts, Larry Fierro and Mike Moe.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast, your Monday morning motivation edition, where we follow up on our call to action from the previous episode. It hits you with a little motivation, start Monday morning off right, and we tee up our episode to come launching in a few days here. Or if you're listening to this past the episode or past our launch date, well, you can just go right to the next one. But Larry, we got an interesting one this Thursday. We're diving into all the niches, aren't we?
We are. Well, we're trying to give a wide range of tools for the listeners to put in their tool belt. And Thursday's episode, I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah. Yep. It's diving into self-storage with Scott Crone, an expert in the area, or the expert in that niche, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, he gave us a lot of nuggets of information, so I'm pretty excited to bring that one to the folks out there and see if that's something they may be interested in pursuing.
Heck yeah. Yep.
Today, how's everything going over there, man?
Dude, I'm not on the beach like you are, but it's not bad.
Not bad at all. On the beach, my man.
There we go. Yeah.
I may be in New York right now, but my mind and heart is always on the beach.
Surrounded by dairy fields, but
that's it. Well, we got our call to action from last week. It was a huge episode with Mr. Rod Cleave last week.
Yeah, man, that was one of my favorites. And, that guy can talk, and he, such good information coming from that guy around the importance of mindset and what it took him to overcome making $17 million in 1 year and then losing $50 million in 1 year. The ups and downs of that guy's career is just insane. And the mindset you need to have to withstand that roller coaster is just, it's key. It's important. So we talked a lot about that mindset, and the call to action from that episode was going over to realestatewithrod.com and just taking advantage of all the free assets that guy's got. He's got an ebook. He's got a goal setting book. He's got a ton of free assets that you can go. You just drop your email in there and you'll be able to get all those materials for free. He lived through an experience that without the proper mindset could have ended a lot of people's investing careers. He was looking at a mountain of debt up to $30 million, and he fought back from it with the proper mindset and turned it around. And he's one of the biggest names in real estate today. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy to see where he's come back from and where he's at now. So definitely a good one. So
Yep. And today's motivation, man, Monday morning, let's get him started off right. What do we got for him?
Well, man, it's I can't say it's much of a Monday morning motivation other than it is a Monday morning gut check, right? So go back to January of this year, get in the DeLorean, use the flux capacitor, and go back to Jan 1, Jan 2, whenever we launched that episode around goal setting. We talked a lot about the importance of having that vision and backtracking, reverse engineering some goals to make sure that you're hitting that. And we got 12 weeks left of 2020, man. So now is the gut check. So we think we did this about halfway through the year, and now we're doing it again now since we got 12 solid weeks left. Where you should brush off those goals. Make sure that you haven't just shoved them in a corner and you haven't looked at them since Jan 1. Make sure that you are kind of like we always talk about, reverse engineering what you need to do to make sure that you hit those.
And especially now, I mean, a lot of people and the entire world has been hit with the pandemic. And I guarantee that your year did not play out the way you anticipated it to play out on Jan 1. So what you definitely need to do is you need to evaluate your goals, where you are at with them, and see if there's any tweaking you need to do to get yourself back on track. Because as you know, Mike, the entire world got derailed there for 5-6 months, and we're starting to finally hopefully come back online permanently now.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm guilty just like anybody else of letting this pandemic kind of throw you off course a little bit. So, but it's time to make the best out of these next 12 weeks so we can take into 2021 with some momentum.
Yep. And start thinking a little bit about your 2021 goals, because to be quite honest with you, Mike, I am absolutely looking forward to 2021.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Yep. So, but so investing in storage facilities. We've got coming up on Thursday with Scott Crone. So if you guys have had any interest in that, make sure you catch our Thursday episode, because he dives really deep into how to go about doing that and what the benefits and drawbacks are. So make sure you hear that episode on Thursday. And that's pretty much all I've got for everybody tonight.
Yeah, nope. The riches are the niches. So we're gonna dive deep into this niche of real estate investing that we haven't touched on. And yeah, man, he's Scott's got just a wealth of knowledge on this, and it's an asset class that I'm not super familiar with, and it was great to learn from him. So
yep, we're definitely going to be trying to bring more niche people into the podcast to give everybody just a wide range of options.
For sure. Yep. So, all right, man, that's all I got. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. See you next time.
Have a great week.
Thanks for listening to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. If you found value in any of the content from this show, consider supporting us in the following ways. Subscribe to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast. Leave a rating and review. Continue the conversation with like-minded individuals on social media by heading over to the Real Estate Marathon Podcast Facebook group, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Real Estate Marathon Podcast.